to Age of Kings. Hopefully, this recording will come out well. I, I seem to have fixed the color issues I was having. You have to kill Explorer, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but it works. We're going to start out with the tutorial campaign. But we're not going to be doing all the tutorials, because the tutorials are a little bit circuitous and kind of boring, to tell you the truth. But we are going to do part of the Learn to Play campaign, starting at the 6th campaign, Forge an Alliance. Simply because the 6th campaign, or the 6th mission in the starting campaign is, it's the first mission that's like a real mission that we're going to be doing in the real campaigns. So, yeah, it should be a fun Let's Play. This is my first Let's Play ever, so, certainly comment and tell me if there's anything I'm doing particularly wrong. Yeah, let's get going.
Our coffers were depleted at the Battle of Stirling, so we need to strengthen our economy once again before pushing south into lands held by the English. We need to construct a market and establish trade routes to the villages of friendly clans. Local legends speak of 3 sacred relics hidden south of Stirling. Acquiring these artifacts for Wallace's army will be a great boost to Scottish morale.
Ah, yes, the color is fixed. Okay, so the Scottish dude basically tells us what we're doing. I'll explain a few things, but he is going to be talking a lot of the time until we really get this campaign into full swing, so I'll try not to talk over him.
The Scottish army has been rallied by recent victories against the English. Situation's starting to look up. Did you know that there are 3 different modes for the minimap in the lower right corner of the screen? You can show only military units or only resources and trade units by clicking the buttons just below and to the right of the minimap. It will help the morale of our army to collect holy relics and place them in our monastery. One of the relics is close to your town. An ally has another relic the English have captured. You can retrieve a relic by clicking a monk and right-clicking the relic. Monks have other abilities as well. They can heal your injured soldiers or those of your allies. They can also attempt to convert enemy soldiers to join your army. Good! You have a relic. Protect the relic in the monastery by right-clicking the monastery.
So, for those who haven't played Age of Empires,
you now have 1 relic garrison. Relics garrisoned in your monastery will slowly add gold to your stockpile.
That's nice, considering the nearest gold mine is a bit of a walk. But anyway,
farms are a good source of food once you've exhausted
yes,
forage
farms,
bushes.
farms, yes, farms.
Farms are built like buildings and must be periodically rebuilt.
Yes.
To gather food from a farm, click a villager, then right-click a farm.
Okay, so I think he's done. Yes, this is a pretty standard RTS. Build buildings, and then build units from buildings, conquer enemy stuff. But Age of Empires 2 has a couple different win conditions, one of which being relic win condition, which is you capture all the relics and wait for a set amount of game years. The other being wonder win condition, which is you build a wonder and you protect it for a set amount of game years, usually about 30 seconds a year. The game itself is one of my favorite strategy games ever made, like far and above. It's a really, really great game. Have resources up in the upper right hand corner.
It's nice to have allies on the map. Your ally, the yellow player, can help you fight the enemy. You can also trade with your allies. To trade, you'll need to build a market.
Market. But this game really taught me a lot of the history I know, actually. It's pretty educational considering it's such a well-made and fun strategy game.
By using gather points. To set a gather point for infantry, click your barracks, click Set Gather Point, then click where on the map you want your infantry to gather.
We're not going to do that. But, yeah, farms are pretty good sources of food. The only particularly annoying thing about
reached
them
your allies' town.
is that they tend to die
Your allies'
very
gate
quickly.
will open automatically for you.
in Age of Empires, in the pre-expansion Age of Empires 2, because you could automatically refill them. In Age of Empires,
you can use the technology tree to see what technologies and upgrades you can research.
And the villagers
The technology
will
tree button in the upper right corner of the screen to see the tree for your civilization.
It's kind of a pain in the ass to constantly micromanage your farms and rebuild them, but it is a necessity. We have a lot of sheep. We could just eat those, but I will save those for once all my other farms are done. Alright, now we're upgraded to Castle Age. This is a very important part of the game. It's Ages. Assuming you don't know anything about Age of Empires. But Ages are the different levels in the game. You advance in age, it allows you to have new units, allows you to build new buildings, have new units, and research new technologies, and that's very important to have an edge over your enemies. Aging up costs a large amount of money, usually. There's 4 ages in this game. Last age is Imperial Age. Let's see. The idle villagers. We do not have any idle villagers. Let's make an idle villager or 2 after we research. Here, you can be idle. Yeah, this shows the buildings that we can just straight build. I want to build a castle so we can get our unique units, Woad Raiders, which are a very fast type of infantry. Now, castles cost a pretty otherwise useless resource. The only other thing it's used for is watchtowers and walls, really. But that resource is stone, and stone is a resource that was actually removed in Age of Empires 3 because it was so restrictive and kind of the only time you really needed stone was to build castles and wonders. But I should probably get a scout to scout. Let's build a university. We do not have a university. We are uncultured Scottish plebeians. University is a place of research. You have a lot of technologies that you can get from the university, and lots of very important ones. You see, now that we have aged up, we can upgrade our various units. So, I'm going to upgrade my archers, and I'm going to lead a little combat mission to kind of test the waters and see if we can kind of start poking at our enemies. I do like this music. Interesting piece of trivia, this music was a Hardburn to the CD. And I am playing with the CDs right now, but if you do not have the CDs and you like torrented the game or something, you can't really get the music unless you're running it off an ISO file. But another interesting thing is if you have a CD crack and you're playing without the CD, and you have an audio CD in your CD drive, it will play that music as the game's music. It's a fun little thing. Occasionally I just listen to like Mastodon or whatever music I tend to be listening to at the time while I'm playing Age of Empires 2. It's a versatile game. So what we should really be doing right now is building a siege workshop, because it looks like, we can go look at it right now, the enemy has walls. Unless we have a particularly large force of infantry, that wall will be very difficult to break down without the aid of siege equipment. Siege equipment is pretty expensive and slow, but it's also pretty vital to the game if you want to get anywhere. I'm kind of low on food, so we're going to... I can't really see how much food I have. The Fraps thing is getting in the... or how much wood I have. We're going to sell some wood. And we're going to buy some food. We're going to buy some food because we don't have any wood. Getting some knights, which are heavy cavalry. They do a fair amount of damage. They're not that fast compared to other cavalry, but they're not bad. Farm exhausted. And here we have our barracks. We're going to make research tracking to make a gather point. And while we are massing our forces to destroy the enemy, we're going to send our monk over here and get that other relic. And monks are incredibly slow. Luckily this isn't a very large map, but in the expansion, once again, I like the expansion much more than the original game. In the expansion, the race, the Spanish, you can get a unique type of monk called missionaries that run around on donkeys and were much, much, much faster. And that eliminated the sort of moral aspect of monks. Monks are not only very slow, they're very health weak. But they're useful in their own right.
We have enough soldiers now to think about attacking the English and recovering their relic.
I do, in fact, have enough soldiers, but we're going to wait.
Welcome. If you've come
be
to
patient.
the relic, you can find it on the hill to the northeast of our town.
I need more houses, because apparently battering rams require houses to live in. House. Not enough
If you're
wood.
getting ready
Now
to
I can-
attack the English, I can help
Farms,
you out.
farms
Here,
everywhere.
Take this food and wood.
Thank you, Scottish allies. I'm just gonna steal all your sheep. Where's the relic? It is up north. Right goes over here. Just to make sure we completely eradicate the English, we're going to upgrade our units a bit more. Husbandry. Oh, we don't have any. Yeah, we don't have any spearmen. Let's get scale mail armor. We're going to upgrade that as we go.